Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are here to do the monthly closeout for the month of August, and it was spendy as usual. I feel like every month these days is spendy, but let's get into it. So we had overspending on our cell phones. That was because my daughter got a new phone, and so because of the changes, they charge you like an activation fee, so it'll go back down to our normal rate next month. But anyway, we have to cover that $5.22. So I'm going to cover that with this miscellaneous monthly fix line, because this is the cushion that we keep in our bill account. So we're going to move $5.22 to cover that overage. And then we went over on our Easy Pass by $10. That's probably the norm for this season, because with the kids going back to college and cheer, where we travel a lot, it's probably going to be more than $25 a month, which is what we set aside, but it kind of all averages out throughout the year. But anyway, we're going to cover that $10 from this cushion as well. So now that the monthly bills that were overspent are taken care of, groceries, which is my nemesis, we are overspent by $623.40. And I'm going to take $100 from my gas line to cover a portion of that. There goes my dogs. Probably because my kids are coming home. They went out for a walk, and yeah, now they're coming back. So I'm going to put $100 from my gas line to groceries. And then I'm going to cover the remaining balance of $523.40 with our savings sweep, which is what I normally use to cover any overspending in the month. So, what was that? $523.40. I am trying to get the groceries down. I started to kind of price match certain things that are at Costco, like to see if it's a better deal at Costco, because sometimes, Costco can get spendy if you're not like, actually knowing what the deals are, and making like a little list of things that I think are better deals at Costco. So we'll see how that works out, and if it helps to keep the cost down a little bit. Then moving down here, in my personal purchases, I bought a book, so I'm going to cover that. It was $36.42. And then, I don't know, new phone, $920. Oh, I bought charging cards and a book. Okay. But now I have 18 cents there, which I normally have 0. I guess I can move the 18 cents back to savings sweep, right? I must have moved more than I needed to. Maybe I mixed up the numbers and I put 42 instead of 24. That's probably what I did. Okay. Moving on to restaurants and entertainment. We are overspent by $76.86. Um, I'm just looking. Nothing out of the ordinary, really, I think. We had pizza night. We celebrated my mom's birthday that night and we ordered pizza. Um, this was taking my daughter back to school. Uh, and she did not come out with us because she had a meeting that she had to attend. So I gave her money so that she can get herself something to eat because I felt bad because she wasn't coming out with us. So that was this $20. And this Wendy's was the night before we left for vacation. So I wasn't cooking. And this was, I think, just a late night in general where we were out and about and just got takeout. So, yep, and that put us over by 76.86. Sorry about the dogs, guys. I swear, they've been quiet all day, sleeping on the couch, and now I'm filming, and of course, they decide they're gonna bark. But anyway, let's move to 76.86. Um, so camp has started, or I'm sorry, cheer has started, and we had to pay the camp fee for my daughter's cheer. So camp fee was $375. Um, and then my daughter, the old league that she was in when she was younger, before high school, she's a trainer. She has to take a course. It's $15 for the course, and then she needed uh, to submit a picture for like her ID card or her thingy. So we grabbed a picture from CVS, printed picture from CVS. So that put her cheer line over by $155.64. So we're just going to cover that. And that will probably go negative again next month by a pretty hefty amount because we have to sell ads in a cheer journal and we have minimum of $350, which she met the minimum. She sold the ads, but then anything above that you sell comes off your program fee, which we have a $400 program fee, I think it is. So what I usually do the past couple of years is I just make ads. Like I make one just generically, or I'll make one with her pictures in it or whatever. Because if I'm gonna pay the fee, I might as well just buy ads and or buy the space and put something in the little journal that they have. So yeah, so that will probably hit our account next month. So I'm sure that'll be over again, but it is what it is. And for birthdays, I have this category in here because my daughter turned 16 and we have a line item in our savings for that. And we had it funded like before I even started filming on YouTube. But I figured that I might get comments because you're like, wow, you spent $800, but in your last video you didn't have that money. So I figured I would just include it here. And so it's not really a overspending per se, but we did take her out. She wanted to go to a murder mystery dinner theater thing, and so we did that. And that came out of savings that we had already saved for that event. And then we are overspent in our birthdays, friends, and family category. My nephew celebrated his high school graduation, and then I got a gift for my mom for her birthday. I got her a porch goose so she can dress it up. So that put us over by $45.61. So I'm going to cover that. And that leaves us with $428.39 that we can move down here to do our savings challenges with um, for the upcoming month of September. And I will move that in a different video. You'll see how I add that in and move it. But let's check out our spending for the month of August. Okay, so for the month of August, in total, we spent $9,784.37, which is just wild to think about. But let's get into it. So, in monthly fixed expenses, we spent $4,295.99, with the majority of that here, as you can see, is our mortgage. So our mortgage was $2,614.74. Then we had car insurance, which was $523.39. Our utility bill, which is gas and electric, was $280. We are on a budget plan, and we are in company favor right now, so when that gets adjusted, I'm sure this rate will go up. Our dental insurance was $223.84. My husband's life insurance was $200.01. Our cell phones was $176.01. Our water bill was $114.60. Our internet was $79.22. I did get that brought down. It'll go back up about $10 because there's a $10 additional credit on there. I think maybe wait no. I don't know. I think next month it'll be the actual amount though. I think this is slightly different amount. But anyway, on my life insurance was $49.18, and Easy Pass we put $35 to. So all of that came to $4,295.99. And going back to here, if we go to our weekly expenses, in total we spent $1,848.48. The bulk of that was groceries at $1,613.40. My husband spent $185.09 in gas, and I spent $184.31 in gas, and we have farm expenses of $111.54. I think, let me see. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think this is traps. So my husband had to buy traps for our farm because we had raccoons getting into the corn maze, and that actually will get reimbursed to us from my in-laws. My in-laws own a farm, but my husband helps them with it, so sometimes we end up buying things on their behalf, and so that'll come back to us. I'm not worried about it. But anyway, altogether that was $1,848.48 in weekly expenses. And then in our sinking funds, we spent $3,639.90. Vacation costed us $1,266.43. Birthdays was $801.35. That was my daughter's 16th birthday. And we did like a mystery dinner theater type thing where you kind of have to guess who the murderer was. It was actually a lot of fun. We spent $390.64 on cheer. My husband had car repairs of $307.62. Restaurant and entertainment was $196.86. Birthdays for friends and family was $185.61. Doctor's copays, we had $150 in doctor's copays. House maintenance, I'm not sure what this is. We had $114.27 in house maintenance. Oh, our water, we have like a water dispenser on our refrigerator and it broke, so my husband had to order parts and repair it. So that's what that was. So that was $114.27 altogether to repair the refrigerator. We had $100 in college prep expenses for my daughter. That was just getting things that she was going to need to go back to school, like replenishing dorm stuff. Same thing with my other daughter, $89.91, just replenishing things like laundry detergent and, that kinds of stuff that she was going to need. And then everything else, that's a pretty broad category. Let's see. Does it break it down over here, maybe? I guess, yeah. So my daughter got a haircut. It was $70, but she technically paid for that herself. So, I'm not sure why it's still showing because she gave us the money and I redeposited it, but I don't know. But she paid for that, so technically we did not pay for that. Office supplies, I had to buy printer ink. That's our tithe, and then the book and the charging cords I bought, dog food. My daughter had to get a transcript from the local community college here because she took a summer course and she had to get the transcript sent back to her college, and we spent $2.84 on something in the pharmacy. Let's see. Antibiotics for my husband. So, my husband went fishing with my son and he hooked himself with a fishing lure. No joke. I get a call from my son that they're in urgent care. So anyway, after they got it out, he had to take antibiotics. So, yeah. And then, I don't know why that's 0, but I guess all these categories here from like here down is what totaled the everything else over here. But yeah, so all of that spending came to $3,639.90. So altogether, for the month, it was $9,784.37. That's just wild. It's just wild. To me, it just feels like so much money. And I mean, I know the mortgage is a big chunk of that, right? and the groceries, but still. Uh, it still just blows my mind. I part of me wants to figure out, like, it's like, how can I get that lower so I can save more? But then again, I look at it and I'm like, it's just like, we're not like extravagantly spending. I mean, don't get me wrong. We had a birthday party for my daughter, which was, but we had saved for that, you know? It's just crazy. But yeah, that's it for our monthly closeout and our spending for the month of August. So, thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share my channel with others, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.